Zimbabwe is on the brink of economic collapse, facing its worst crisis in a decade. The unemployment rate is 90%, leaving many of its 16 million people selling goods on the streets just to get by. The government says the problems are temporary and painful measures are necessary to rebuild the southern African country. Well, Sky's Africa correspondent John Sparks looks into the economic turmoil facing Zimbabwe and reports now from the capital, Harare.
They come out after dark, when the municipal police have gone home, and claim a spot on the pavement. Because it's the only way to make a living in Zimbabwe.
We're struggling. See, we're selling things in the street. We need jobs, but we don't have jobs.
Faced with an unemployment rate of 90%, this country has become a nation of street vendors, with vegetables from the garden and the sugar and the coffee smuggled in from abroad.
Food in the supermarkets and in the shops is just too expensive, and in many cases people can't get what they need. So business in this country has moved to the streets. And you know, you're looking at the business of survival here.
As the public desert the real economy, this man's trying to prevent its imminent collapse. Emmerson Mnangagwa inherited rampant inflation and crippling government debt after deposing autocrat Robert Mugabe last year. And he's asked a man who used to lecture in the UK to fix it.
One needs a package to be put together, build confidence, external confidence, in terms of arrears clearance. I want to appoint an international economic advisory board of eminent persons who can help us.
The minister needs help, but he won't get it here. Zimbabwe's farmers used to drive the economy, generating wealth and mass employment. But the land is less productive than it was.
This is about 32 hectares.
Kennedy Banda was given a share in this property after it was seized from white farmers in 2000. But he says he couldn't farm it on his own. The government provides him with seeds, fertilizer and tools through a special program.
Everywhere you go, government should subsidize agriculture, because there is no way with the prices of fertilizers and to break even, it will be very, very difficult.
The problem is, Zimbabwe can't afford to support 600,000 smallholders.
The fact is, the government is basically broke. It doesn't have any money.
They have got to support agriculture. Government has got to support agriculture.
Rob and Darren Smart ran a profitable farm for decades. And their employees were overjoyed when the pair came to take the property back. 6 months earlier, they'd been thrown off it by a member of the ruling party. It was a difficult time for everyone, but the Smarts think they're safe under the new regime.
Do you trust Mnangagwa?
As much as you can trust any of them, I think. All these little sort of things add up to a hell of a lot better than Mugabe's day. So, yeah, we're on a better footing now than we were, say, 12 months ago.
Under Mugabe, 4,000 white farmers were forcibly removed, but President Mnangagwa's changed tack, offering them 99-year leases if they return. It's a policy that's something of a necessity in a fertile country that can't feed itself. But a new day in Zimbabwe is a long way off. John Sparks, Sky News in Rusape, Zimbabwe.